some people need to learn, and I've already talked to him about coming to speak at We Are Change Colorado about reenacting grand juries and start prosecuting the people that are doing these wrongs with our sky, with our food, with our water. And some of these things we're going to address. We address these things every Monday night. And I'd love for everybody to come out to one of our meetings. I thank you for supporting Mike Albertus' event here. We supported his event. Like I said earlier, this is started by one person. One person started this event here in Denver, and now all of us have come together. We're going to make sure to network together so we can keep talking solutions, so we can keep firing out the photos, evidence of what happened in Colorado on Tuesday. We don't see any sprays today. All the chemicals that we saw on Tuesday aren't here today. Where are they at? They're still commercial jetliners. So I just want to talk about a couple factual things that you guys can go home and that you guys can share with people when you're talking about geoengineering, because I think the very first step with geoengineering is calling it by its name. It's geoengineering. It's stratospheric, aerosol geoengineering, SAG, or solar radiation management, SRM. There's many different names. We can call it cloud seeding. We can call it weather modification. We can call it weather warfare. You can call it reverse global warming. But we don't want to use the word chemtrail as much because the word chemtrail has been hijacked. Just like the word conspiracy theory was created for the Warren Commission report because it was a conspiracy theory that the government killed JFK, they've already hijacked the word chemtrail and they've bought it off, and people believe that that is a conspiracy theory. But you can immediately get through to them when you say the words geoengineering or climate change reduction. There's tons of different words for this, climate change mitigation. There's so many different words, but start calling it what it is. That's the first step. The second step is start taking the evidence down. Start taking the pictures and sending them to the media. Start sending them to your politicians that represent you. Start creating the change by taking down the evidence and holding the people accountable. The third step, you guys, is just network with these human beings. We can make the most change by taking back our own lives and meeting other people around us and creating vocal change. So that we're going to be talking a lot more about this stuff in the future. I'm working with Dane Wigington. Everyone should check out Geoengineering Watch. I'm talking to Dane about coming out to Denver. He wants to do an event about geoengineering, but he wants 500 people. I told him, I don't know if we're going to get 500 people, Dane, but Dane, this one's for you. And geoengineeringwatch.org. We're out here representing the global march against chemtrails and geoengineering, and there's a reason we're at the Federal Reserve, my friends. We're going to end it at the Denver Post, but there's a reason we're at the Federal Reserve. Because without the Federal Reserve's fractional banking practices, we wouldn't have any of these wrongs. Without the Federal Reserve pushing the world into global government, we wouldn't have all of these wrongs going on. So we need to go back to the keystone, which is the Fed. Wave to them. They're in their basement in their security room downstairs probably watching us, and we're going to give them away. We know that it's you guys. We know that it's you guys funding all of the evil things in this world. We know it's the Fed. We're not going to be foolish. We know the people that are running this show, and so that's why we're at the Federal Reserve, and we're going to end it at the Denver Post and let them know as well. We need this issue to go public, and the sooner that we can, the sooner that we can stop it. The last thing I want to say is Operation Popeye was the United States military experiment that was going on in Vietnam, where we were modifying weather in Vietnam for years. Operation Popeye, don't forget it. Operation Popeye was stopped in 1 week, my friends. 1 week it was stopped because of one article in the New York Times in 1972, and the whole public realized we do not need to be weather modifying over Vietnam. In 1 week we stopped it. There's your positivity, folks. Focus on this. We can stop this. It might not take a week. It might not take a month, but we can stop this. It's just all about reaching critical mass. Use those phones you have. Post videos right away. Take pictures of this march. Use what we have to win this battle. Thank you, and somebody else come talk, please.